Gents, take your partners on the floor in one big circle. Let's get an extra gent in the center. He's old Dan Tucker. Old Dan Tucker was a fine old man. He used to ride old Darby's ram. He rode him down to the bottom of the hill. If he ain't come back, he's down there still. So get out the way for old Dan Tucker. He's too late to get his supper. Supper's over and the breakfast is cooking. Old Dan Tucker just stands there a-looking. Old Dan Tucker, he got drunk. He fell in the fire and he kicked up a chunk. A red-hot coal got in his shoe, and Lord of mercy, how the ashes flew. So get out the way for old Dan Tucker. He's too late to get his supper. Supper's over and the breakfast is cooking. Old Dan Tucker just stands there a-looking. Old Dan Tucker's back in town, swinging all the ladies round. First to the east and then to the west, and then the one that you love best. So get out the way for old Dan Tucker. He's too late to get his supper. Supper's over and the breakfast is cooking. Old Dan Tucker just stands there a-looking. I come to town the other night. I hear a noise and I saw a fight. A watchman, he was running round, saying old Dan Tucker's back in town. So get out the way for old Dan Tucker. He's too late to get his supper. Supper's over and the breakfast is cooking. Old Dan Tucker just stands there a-looking. Old Dan and I, we done fall out, and what do you think it was all about? He borrowed my old satin hen and never brought her back again. So get out the way for old Dan Tucker. He's too late to get his supper. Supper's over and the breakfast is cooking. Old Dan Tucker just stands there a-looking. Old Dan Tucker is a fine old man. He washed his face in a frying pan. He combed his hair with a wagon wheel, and he died with a toothache in his heel. So get out the way for old Dan Tucker. He's too late to get his supper. Supper's over and the breakfast is cooking. Old Dan Tucker just stands there looking.